In this video, we'll demonstrate how to get started with the ClearJelly Power BI sample application. The prerequisites are that you've installed the Power BI desktop on your machine. At the moment, this is only working for PC Windows operating systems. If you use an Apple operating system, you need to use a virtual machine like Parallels or other options that allow you to use a Windows operating system. With a Windows operating system, you can install the Power BI desktop, just download it from the Microsoft website. The next step is to know your ClearJelly company name. This is typically the company name that you have specified at the registration. In case you forgot it, you can always look it up in your profile, which will give you the company name. So in our case, this is Manageability. The next step is then to download the Power BI sample application. You can do this either from the link here or from the Power BI sample dashboard link here. This file will, when you open it, will open Power BI, and you can see this parameter screen. In this parameter screen, you configure your company name, in our case, Manageability. You specify what's the start year that you would like to use. So typically the start year of the data that you have in your accounting system, and then an end year. This is completely up to you, depending on how many periods you would like to forecast. In our case, we leave this as 2018. The next step is then to choose the start of your financial year. In our case, we use July, which is typical in Australia. So these are the initial parameters. We can then move forward by clicking on Load. This will then connect to your database. So we see the logon screen here now. The important thing is that you choose a database connection and put in your ClearJelly username and password. And this is all it takes. Now you can use the Power BI sample application with your database. There's a message coming up with encryption support. This is not really true. ClearJelly is actually encrypting all information, but in a different way than Power BI expects. That's where I get this message. So we can just move over this one. Now we see the dashboard with your data. In my case here, we're using the sample database. So this message here we can ignore for the moment, so we can turn it off. The dashboard has multiple reports, so financials, sales-oriented information, financial statements, actual budget comparison, and then finally a budget simulation. If you look at the reports in detail, go back to the start, to the financials, we can see now an overview that combines all the relevant sources. On the right side, we can see the ClearJelly tables. The most important ones are zero finance data and zero sales data, which includes all zero finance transactions and all zero sales transactions. The additional ones are then further details, respectively planning tables. On the dashboard, you can now change any detail. For example, choose one or multiple organizations. In our case, I just used the demo company. You can filter by tracking categories, 1 and 2, financial years, month, any kind of filter. In the item here, we see a simple profit and loss statement. As with every Power BI item, if you click on a specific detail, for example, revenue, all the other dashboard tiles will adapt. So for example, here we can now see all sales transactions, and also the charts adapt depending on how it was defined. If you click outside of an object, it will get you back to the general view. So here we have now a comparison of actual versus budget over time. We have expenses over time. As a user, I can very easily filter. So you can see here based on the it's based on the value. You can choose, for example, the highest cost item is salaries and wages. So we could select this one. And now you can see the dashboard item just filters this one. And now we could add more of the items that we want to look at. And again, every other dashboard item adapts. So here we can see just the 3 expense categories and all the transactions that happened in those categories. As another item here, we have now a focus on a different zero database. So this was more focused on the finance. This is here focused on sales. So just a general overview of what are our most important clients. We can see the age debtors broken down by categories, greater than 6 months and less than 2 months. We can see the cash position, the total outstanding. We can see the data details, and we can see comments. So you can comment on the particular period and help your users understand what's going on. This was a quick introduction how to get started. For a more detailed overview of the specific screens, watch the next video.